4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, when that goofy-legged Commissioner Jason Boyd and that weird redneck Billy Knight came to me, they said, "Xander Seabolt, do you want to wrestle at Wrestling in the Smokies this Saturday night in Bryson City?" And I said, who would I be to turn down a payday? And then they told me who I'd be wrestling. And they said, Tommy Wildfire Rich. And I said, Tommy Wildfire Rich? I'd be honored. NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and just about every other accolade you can put on him. Hell, he held the belt at one time that I hold now, the GCW Television Championship. But that was 40 years ago. But I was thinking Tommy Wildfire Rich. I've always wanted to step into the ring with Tommy Wildfire Rich. So full of pride, for the first time in my life, I had to tell everybody. So I went to my girlfriend and I said, "Girlfriend, I'm wrestling Tommy Wildfire Rich." And she said, "That's great, sweetie." And then I went to her mother and I said, "Girlfriend's mother, I'm wrestling Tommy Wildfire Rich." And she said, "That's great, sweetie." And then I went to my best friend in the whole world and I said, "I'm wrestling Tommy Wildfire Rich." And he said, "That's great." And then I went to my father and I said, "Father, I am wrestling Tommy Wildfire Rich." And he said, "God damn it, boy, Tommy Wildfire Rich is as old as the dirt that lay beneath us." And I was wondering, and I was thinking, and I was wondering, why is nobody excited that I'm wrestling Tommy Wildfire Rich? I got That's Greats, and I got That's Good, and I got He's Old, but I never got an I'm proud of you, or a I'm happy for you, or a word of encouragement, or a good luck. And then I thought to myself, and I said, I don't need luck. I don't need encouragement, because like most things in my world, my father was right. Tommy Rich, you are as old as Methuselah. You are as old as this dirt. And on April 26th, nobody remembers you and nobody cares about you, but I do, because I'm not like a lot of these people on the internet nowadays. I don't have matches to make moments. I have matches to win, and I have matches to prove points. So for all of you remaining wrestling fans that do know who Tommy Rich is, and I'm sure there's at least one or two of you that ain't on the Geritol, here's what I recommend. April 26th, Bryson City, North Carolina. I recommend you come to the show. I recommend you go to his merch table. I recommend you buy those pictures, and I recommend you get that damn thing signed, and I recommend you take that photo, and I recommend that you watch Tommy Wildfire Rich get into that ring for the last time in his career, because it will be just that, the last time in his career. You ain't over the hill, son. You're 6 feet under it. And on April 26th, I will bury you in Bryson City, Rich, courtesy of the Dark Horse, Xander Seabolt.